Yesterday I got Starlink for RVs at my doorstep, and this video is going to tell you about my experience with it. So for those of you that don't know, Starlink for RVs is basically just Starlink with no wait times to get it. But there is no guarantee that you'll get the advertised speed or any internet at all. Another added plus is that you can pause and unpause your service and not pay for the months you don't use it. You paid the one-time hardware cost of $600 upfront, and after that you pay $135 for each month you use it. So I live off-grid in rural central Florida and have no coverage from Starlink residential. So Starlink for RVs is perfect for me. So I ordered it the day it got announced, and it arrived a week later. So in the box we got a router, one wire that hooks up everything, and the Starlink dish itself. Before you start your Starlink setup, get the Starlink app on a phone, go to the spot you want to put your Starlink, and use the check for obstructions feature to see if it's a good spot to put your Starlink. Then go to the spot you want to put your Starlink and put it there. So the wiring is very straightforward. One wire goes from the dish to the router, and then another goes from the router to a power plug. Then for the rest of the setup, just follow what the Starlink app says. If it asks for any permissions, just click allow. After the app says the setup is done, it may say that Starlink is offline. We ran into this issue, and the fix is to wait, as the Starlink takes a long time to turn on and boot up. For us it took around 20 minutes. So how's the service? We got speeds from around 5 megabytes per second to all the way to 120 megabytes per second. During times after around 6 o'clock, the service usually gets slowed, as a lot of people like to watch TV and use more internet at the time. In terms of latency, it's usually around 50 milliseconds, but when you do things like online gaming, the latency increases to anything from 70 to 120 milliseconds. But all in all, Starlink isn't really that good for things like online gaming. But the things Starlink for RVs does great is things like watching Netflix and normal web browsing. Ultimately, Starlink for RVs is a million times better than paying for mobile data with data caps, or getting other types of satellite internet which has sky-high prices for mediocre speeds. In conclusion, anybody who lives in places with bad internet and doesn't have coverage for Starlink residential should really get Starlink for RVs, as it's a good internet service and lets people like me in remote areas do things like watch Netflix, which I thought I'd never be able to do. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. See you in another video.